Colin Mochrie and Brad Sherwood, the dynamic duo from television's Whose Line Is It Anyway, are coming to town, and they're asking for trouble.
Our show is completely made up.
Prepare for a side-splitting interactive extravaganza as these improv wizards hit the stage, serving up a night of unscripted comedy gold.
It sounds like a big waste of time and a lot of money.
It is.
Don't miss Colin Mochrie and Brad Sherwood. Catch them on Saturday, April 11th at the Kodak Center. Get your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com.
All right, listen up, loopheads. It's Shane Allen, your real dad here for Collier's Cafe. That's right in the heart of Pittsford, Collier's Cafe is here to make us all morning people. It's not just a coffee shop, it's a genuine slice of breakfast heaven, and that's coming from me, a staunch atheist. We're talking about breakfast sandwiches that can make you cry tears of joy, pastries fresher than any of the content we're putting out in the Inner Loop blog, and you know that they use locally sourced ingredients, which is awesome. I mean, this is the first time learning that Rochester makes any ingredients. I thought we only grew weed. Collier's Cafe is owned by a young married couple. Why do I bring that up? Well, because if you don't go and have breakfast at Collier's Cafe, not only will their business fail, but their marriage will fail as well. And you don't want to be responsible for that. So go to Collier's Cafe. Go get your breakfast there. The vibe is incredible. Everyone's welcome. Families, friends, weird uncles, people that lived in Greece. No judgment. It's a cozy, friendly atmosphere. The coffee is strong. So do yourself a favor. Get out of bed. Get to Collier's Cafe. That's Collier's Cafe. Grab a sandwich, sip on some life-saving coffee, and actually feel like a functioning adult for once in your life.
Mark and Shane on the Inner Loop Pod.
Hey everybody, Mark, Myra, and Shane Allen here. Welcome to the Inner Loop Podcast. Shane, hello.
Hello, Mark, Myra.
This is a podcast where we make fun of all the biggest Rochester news stories of the week and talk about everything Rochester. And Shane, we got a big show today. It's our very first famous celebrity person that's going to be on the show. Wait, that's not fair to say to Dalton Castle. Whoopsies. Dang. Whoopsies, Dalton. Sorry, buddy.
Friend of the show, Dalton Castle, catching strays. Did a live podcast with us too and everything.
Yeah, that's messed up that I did that. I'm sorry, Dalton. I guess I'm just so used to him. Did you know he had a birthday recently? I texted him.
I shot him a text too.
Well, you're his real estate agent. You gotta.
Well, I should have sent him like a postcard and a Home Depot gift card.
Shane from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Colin Mochrie gonna be on the show in just a few minutes. We're gonna be talking to him about his show on April 11th at the Kodak Center it's Colin Mochrie and Brad Sherwood. And it's called Asking for Trouble, and it's an improv show. And they've been to the Kodak Center a bunch of times. Like those two have been touring for I think a couple of decades now, together. And we got we're gonna be giving away tickets too. If you go to innerloopblog.com, you can enter in to win. We have like a little thingy, enter to win, and you'll get a pair of tickets to go to the Kodak Center and seeing Colin Mochrie and Brad Sherwood.
Genuinely nervous for this one. Colin Mochrie is like an actual superhero, like comedian. Like it's insane how funny he is.
I really want to ask one question, and I probably should. And I feel so nervous because I'm with you. I'm like, that's freaking Colin Mochrie. I found him funny when I was like 10.
I found him funny from every part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've had phases with other comics, but like Whose Line and like old clips always crush.
So I really want to ask him, and I'm afraid of the answer. I really want to ask him why they all dressed like that. And I'm afraid the answer is, that's because that's how I dress. And I'm so afraid of that. Like they all, like you're on fucking TV, buddy. And it's just like a button up.
That's definitely how they dress.
Yeah, 100%. So I don't want to like insult him right off the bat, but that's the first thing I want to ask. Just like why, like him and Ryan Stiles and Wayne Brady. Like, why are you dressing like that, guys?
And Drew Carey.
Oh yeah, well, Drew Carey. Yeah, sure. Remember Drew Carey, like for a while with Guy Fieri for a little bit? Was like dyeing the hair and he was like wild. He was a wild guy for a second.
Well, these are questions I want to ask Colin Mochrie about, but I definitely won't. I've heard the rumors of like Drew Carey loving prostitutes, but I don't think that's going to come up in the interview.
Colin has a hot take on it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. And we're not gonna put any of the interview behind the Patreon's like wall.
Yeah, we're not going to
Patreon.com.
Democrat and chronicle it, not behind a paywall.
Wouldn't that be insane for us to be like, hey, we have this interview with Colin Mochrie. It's so nice of him to take time out of his day. Anyways, $4 a month, bitch. Get paid.
There will be ones I hope in the future that we're like, we can't let you hear this for free. You know?
Oh yeah.
Once we get Sebastian Maniscalco on here,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a paywall.
So patreon.com or so interloopblog.com to win those tickets to go see Colin Mochrie and Brad Sherwood at the Kodak Center on April 11th for the Asking for Trouble tour. So you just enter in, and then we're going to be picking out a couple of winners or a winner every single week leading up to the show. And Shane, you've got a show coming up, right?
I do, but I was going to say, so April, that weekend's going to be a busy weekend of comedy for all you people, because April 9th, we have the roast battles popping
Yeah.
off at Comedy at the Carlson. Got a lineup of 16 comics. They're already getting really feisty in the group chat that I'm sure Mark muted immediately.
Yep.
These people are like the heavy hitters of Rochester. April 9th is going to be a great one. If you've never experienced a roast battle live, I highly recommend it. If you enjoyed any of the celebrity roast battles you've seen on like Comedy Central, just know that these are so much more entertaining because these people have no fear of any consequences, like to their career. You know what I mean? There's no filters from Comedy Central. And these people are straight up lunatics.
And they
So,
need they're so poor.
yes.
They need the money. Like they are cutthroat when it comes to these roast battles. It is wild.
There's only one prize. The winner is the only one like that gets this prize. Winner takes all. It is full on Hell in the Cell match. It's gonna be great. So April 9th, roast battles. Cover the cross.
And then there's a second day, May 7th, right?
Yes. Whole new
And
lineup
so-
on that one as well. May 7th, 16 other comics. This is a bracket thing. If you like March Madness, we're doing like a bracket style roast battle. Yeah. Yeah, take us to either one of those shows. Come out, support the end of the blog, support these comics. Really good time.
And then your show.
Yeah, I've got a
Or do you
show
not want to
coming
talk
up.
about that?
I don't have the date and stuff in front of me,
Oh,
but I've
okay.
got it. You can go to my page. I posted it up there. I've got a comedy show coming up at the Tavern at Windsor Lake. It's got a buffet. It's got karaoke after the comedy. I'm doing like a half hour. It's a whole thing.
All right. Well, before we get to the Colin Mochrie interview, we're going to be talking to him about the show at the Kodak Center. I want to bring up over the weekend we had on the Monroe County Firewire, whatever it's called, the thing where it's like this is the police dispatch, but with a hint of racism. They're like we're now using the words hoodlums on this Twitter account. They said that there was a fight at altitude in Henrietta.
Oh, was there?
Hundreds of teens fighting, Shane. We've got video footage of it happening. Kudos to the people that filmed this thing. Scorsese style filming on this. Amazing.
Why is it always the trampoline parks? What is it what is it about having less gravity? Same amount of gravity. What is it about having vertical leaps that gets people more amped up to fight?
Yeah.
This is like the third fight at altitude I've heard about in the past year.
Look, I know that it's just a bunch of RIT college kids that are dead on the inside that want nothing to do with this working at that place. But I've been to altitude. There's nothing. This is full parent here. There's nothing for a 14-year-old to do at that place but fight another 14-year-old. That place is for 8-year-olds. That place is for 9-year-olds. It's trampolines and slides, you weirdos. if you see anybody over the age of 13, you should just start calling the cops because there's gonna be a rumble, baby.
Man, at the same time, it's like really impressive when you see 100 people fighting or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like that's the only business that's doing well in Rochester.
Yeah.
And it's like they create such a good product that these brawls happen and then people still keep on going back.
Yeah,
Dang.
but I still take my kids to altitude.
If you heard there was a 100-person fight at anything else, nobody would go. But altitude, so much fun.
Yeah.
We're like,
Great.
there's a 75% chance that a teenager will punch my toddler in the head. But
Mhm.
dang, is it fun to jump?
It's a good time. My favorite thing, the hottest take I saw, which she should honestly be part of this show. Former Judge Leticia Estacio.
Oh yeah.
She
Get her
posted
on
the
the pod.
she posted we should. I'm gonna reach out. We gotta just catch up. We should do a catching up with Leticia like every month. She's her take was like, and this is mind you, this is a woman that was a judge. Her take was, we have areas in Rochester where people can do drugs safely, like those where they'll have clean needles and somebody spotting them and all that stuff. They're like, would it be really that crazy if we had a safe spot in Rochester for those teenagers to fight each other? She was advocating for teenage fight club. And I would say altitude trampolines place is the spot to do it.
That's what we're doing.
That's honestly the spot.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're on the same page, girlfriend, and it needs to be. We've talked about this before. It needs to be content. This what the like you can have these safe spaces, right, where these kids come out, but it's not the same because it's gonna feel like, you're trying to get them to go to church. You're like, oh, here's a safe space for you guys to fight, but they know that there's gonna be somebody there to be like, but what if instead of fighting with our fists, we fought with our words? And then it's like turns into a slam poetry
Oh
bullshit.
yeah. No
No,
thanks.
just like light it, like literally it's some Jake Paul fucking bullshit, like YouTube, like
Hmm.
fully ready for streaming. Plug in your Instagram and just get to it. I'll sponsor it, man. Yeah, the inner loop is on that. We need to start competing with Rock On Madden. That's the only way is to and not to say that I'm qualified for it, but I did offer to help the teenagers of Rochester once on Craigslist saying, when that band came down to the Lilac Festival, you gotta have a parent or guardian with you to go if you're underage. And I said, I'll be your daddy. And I didn't, it didn't cross my mind once that this is really bad look for me. I was trying to do it out of the goodness of my heart, and everybody called me a pedophile. So, I'm just looking out for these teenagers. Yeah, let's just say altitude's the one, or let's reopen. They still got that shit in what is it? What's that abandoned amusement park? Indoor one?
There's an abandoned one
Yeah, it was attached to a movie theater. No, I'm not. I don't
around
remember what it is.
here.
Yeah,
I have no idea. Discovery
um,
Zone.
one of those ones. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So all right. Well, let's. So we're gonna have Colin Mochrie on. We're gonna go to the Patreon side of the episode after we talk with him. He's gonna be at the Kodak Center with Brad Sherwood for the Asking for Trouble tour. That's on Saturday, April 11th. Free tickets. Win free tickets at interloopblog.com, and you can enter in to win right there. All right. So here's our conversation with Colin Mochrie. How stressed is Canada with us being near you guys right now? This can't be good, right?
Well, I think we're in various states of relaxation,
Uh-huh.
depending where the best gummies are located.
Sure.
The West Coast, very chill, very relaxed, and it gets a little more tense as you get more east.
Are you in Toronto? Is that where
I
you're
am,
living right
yeah,
now?
yeah.
Okay. Well, so you've been to Rochester, right? I think your tour that you and Brad do together, didn't you like try it out first in Rochester, New York? Was that one of the early ones?
That was our first show, our very first show, and then 25 years later, they've forgotten and let us back.
Sure. Why'd you pick Rochester? Were you just like, I can't do this at home?
I think what did you know? I think they were the first ones to reach out when we kind of talked about doing a tour. So always go with the ones who want you.
So being in Rochester, I just want to get like your quick take on this being from Toronto, because I feel like, unfortunately, as Rochesterians, we blame you guys every once in a while for things that we do wrong or bad things that are happening in our lives.
Mhm.
Like, Shane, do you think Colin knows about the fast ferry being from Toronto?
How long did that last? Was that like 2 weeks?
It was a good 2 weeks, yeah.
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 What an amazing program we had where we'd ship our gambling addicts and alcoholics to Toronto for 40 seconds and then have to drive them back to Rochester. That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, that didn't take off more.
Well, I find it amazing that you even knew what it was. It was such a big deal to us. We're like, oh, so many people from Toronto are gonna come to Rochester. They're
Yeah.
gonna they're gonna love what we have to. We have garbage plates, we have three dying malls. And I was just surprised that you even knew about it.
Oh yeah. I try to keep abreast of everything that's happening at our border.
You're on top of it. The other thing we like to blame or we actually get nervous about this. Every like it's probably less now because they built a new stadium, but we always think you're taking the Buffalo Bills.
No, we're very supportive of the Buffalo Bills. So and along with the Toronto Maple Leafs, just so we have constant misery all year round.
Yeah.
It's a tough life.
And then the very last thing is, and this happened maybe a few years ago. So like for a while, Lake Ontario was we're like right at Lake Ontario is like right across. You could, if
Yeah.
we look real close, we could see Toronto, and you guys probably don't look our direction, but you could possibly see Rochester. But the big thing was Lake Ontario was rising and destroying people's houses. And the legit thing that some people were saying was, oh, it's because Toronto is doing something to us. That you guys like had a levy or something, like you guys had some kind of weapon that you were weaponizing against Rochester.
Please just think of it as a warning. We're not completely helpless up here. So I'm not going to tell
No
you
military
the
ethic. You guys
science
were
behind it.
peaceful.
So a lot of people know we got Colin Mochrie we're talking to, know you and know Brad Sherwood from Whose Line Is It Anyway? I love that you were kind of there from the beginning with the British version of Whose Line Is It Anyway? At least like you were in some early episodes of the British version, right?
Yeah, I was maybe 2 years into it. I think they mostly had British people. I think they had all British people the first season, and then they got Mike McShane and Greg Proops, and then started. It was still a fairly young art form there, so they thought kind of stack it with some North Americans.
Yes. Well, so that was the reason why they real for real like in England they're like we don't know we don't know improv, that's a real thing.
They had some. I mean, they did have some improv people, but I mean, certainly not to the extent that North America did. It was
Yeah.
still fairly new. But yeah, now it's like, I mean, everywhere. You can't go anywhere without improvisers falling out of the sky.
Sure. Well, yeah, so it was Second City in Toronto, and how did so you get discovered there to and end up on Whose Line Is It Anyway, the British or the UK version,
Yeah.
and then was it just kind of like transferring over to the United States Drew Carey version, or how did you end up there?
Here's the long, convoluted story.
Yeah,
It first started at Second City. They saw us. They auditioned us at 8 in the morning. So right then, I kind of knew how that audition would end up. Um, and we'd been working as a cast, so nobody stood out because everybody was very supportive. Next year, I'd moved down to LA with my wife, who was producing a show there. I was auditioning with people I didn't know. So it was like, hey, screw you, look at me. Then I got it. That's a lesson for the kids. Always think of yourself.
sure.
Then I psyched myself out in the first show. Uh, Everyone was lovely. I met the other improvisers like an hour before we did the show. And then I started thinking, yeah, we speak the same language, but will they like get my references? And and I was born in Scotland, and I'm really good with British references. But I thought maybe there'll be anyway. I just got into my own head and ended up not doing anything that got me the job. So I thought, well, that's it. It's a little show in Britain. No one will ever hear from it again.
Sure.
And then it had become quite popular in America in college age people. So they decided to shoot some episodes in New York. And at that point, my good friend Ryan Stiles was part of it. And he said, you know what, give Colin another chance. So they brought me over, or brought me down to New York. And they paired me up with Ryan, who I'd been improvising with for years before Whose Line. And it went well. So then they kept bringing me back. And every year they would say, we'll give you 2 shows. And then I would end up doing them all. And it wasn't until the final British season where they said, we'll give you all the shows. So it was a long process.
How do you guys end up shooting it? Is it like 2 weeks or 3 weeks of 4 or 5 shows a day? Like got the studio audience in there, or were you guys shooting like throughout the entire year?
2 weekends.
Is
So
that's
yeah,
not real, is it? Come
it
on.
is. I gotta tell you, it kind of spoiled me for every other gig. We'd shoot Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Each taping would be like 4 hours. The last hour is mostly um, boring stuff where they would sort of be cutting the show together. So we do about 20, 22 games a taping, and they could get 4 to 5 shows from that. So at the end of 2 weeks, they had at least 22. During the pandemic, they were showing new episodes, even though we hadn't filmed anything for 2 years.
Um, so I mean, you were, at least from my perspective, this is you're in it. You're in the thick of it. But from my perspective, it was like, oh, Colin Mochrie, he's like one of the number one dudes on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Were there games where you could be like, yeah, I'm not fucking singing, or were there games where you could just be like, yeah, let's give this to Wayne Brady or something?
Yeah, I mean, I was always open. It always bothered me that I couldn't sing. And in the show I do with Brad, we do a musical tribute to the city that we're in.
Oh, okay.
As I mean, the show's called Asking for Trouble. And also, I feel I do better when I'm under a lot of pressure. And I feel I'm the audience representative. People look at me and go, yeah, that's how I would be if I was improvising, almost terrified and not quite sure what was going on. So, I mean, for everyone on Whose Line, the hoedown, I would have been happy if just Wayne took every verse, did it by himself, and then we move on. Uh, but yeah, there weren't too many games that I didn't enjoy. It was all. I think Hoedown truly was the only one that, and I would always forget we were doing it, and then there would be some intro, and you go, oh, because there was no good place for you to be in that line. The first guy has no time to think of anything. Then the rest of the guys, you're waiting for the person before you to take your rhyme. So you're trying to come up with 3 or 4 rhymes before it gets to you, and there's diminishing returns.
Sure.
You
Shay,
guys had some like very random guests. I remember just being like, "This is an odd person to put on there." Do you have like a person that really surprised you that you worked with, and was it China, Rochester's New York's own China?
Yeah, yeah. No, she was. I wasn't expecting China. I got to say, if someone put a gun to my head and said, "Who do you think is going to walk through that door as the guest?" It would not have been China.
yeah, I know this is a question, or this is not a question, but just to tell you, I just always thought it was the funniest when you had to do the game. I don't even know what the game's called, where it'd be like a proper, it's like a massive, like a big fucking thing of cheese. And I was like, oh, I can't wait till Colin's. I can't wait to see what Colin does with the big block of cheese. If you want some validation for your career.
Thank you. That's well, I do often. So
Um,
not only me, many people are trying to validate my career. So
Love the prop work with the cheese. Yeah, I don't whose line is anyway obviously huge. You being in Canada too. I feel like some more things happening between the United States and Canada. Are you big into hockey? Was the how did you guys
let me just say
react to the kids?
congratulations to the Buffalo Sabres. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Not
Yeah.
that I'm a big fan, but I was living in Vancouver when Vancouver and Buffalo came um, into the league at the same time, and they got
Yeah.
you guys got Gilbert Perreault, one of the great all-time players. So it's really nice to see them doing well right now as the Maple Leafs are tanking, and yet
Well,
not tanking enough to get a really good draft pick, just enough for everyone to get mad at them.
well, Shane's a big Sabres fan. Shane, you're not believing what this is not happening, right? Like you fully believe that the Sabres are going to eat crap soon.
Oh yeah, no, I will never have hope. I'm a Sabres fan. You don't believe in the team until they're holding the cup, and even then, I'll still be like, this is AI. That's not real.
But this has been a really good season for them, and they're doing very well. You should be happy. Try to grab onto these moments because, as you know, they don't last.
I know.
Yeah, it is fleeting in the Buffalo Rochester area. We do have a quarterback that is the most amazing person that's ever touched a football,
Yeah.
and he's going to be like 50 years old next year. So, that's nice of us. I saw too. Did you really get your retina? You detached your retina?
Yep.
And I'm saying that like you did
I
something
did
to
it on
yourself.
purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why would you do that?
I've been working
it's an
very
attack.
hard. I thought, you know what? I need a rest. How can I detach my retina?
What happened?
I got old, basically. I didn't hit anything. It wasn't like I saving a busload of kids or something before they went over the falls. Yeah, it started. There were some symptoms that I kind of ignored because they went away. So I thought it was just some weird thing. And then I was doing a New Year's Eve show, and I thought, what is this black curtain going over my sight in one eye? And I went to after the show. Went to the party that I was going to with my wife, and said, I think I detached my retina. So went to the hospital, and sure enough, I had. Excuse me. Yeah,
Like, how do you
I'm
how
glad
do
you
you
got
know?
a
Better
laugh
now?
out of
How
it
does that
because
work?
it was pretty painful.
Is it better now? Like, how does that work? Do
It
you
is.
have
It's like
superpowers?
97%. It's still a little blurry, but yeah, I can do stuff. I can drive, and I'm guessing I have been, so it's all good.
All right, this is this is I'm looking for legitimate advice. Over I think it was last year me and my wife took the kids to Toronto.
Mhm.
That was we're poor enough where Toronto's our vacation spot.
Oh, okay.
Where all of our it's not nothing against Toronto. It's just all of our
No,
friends
no.
are like flying to Florida, and we're like, what if we drive to Toronto? And we went to the CN Tower.
Yeah,
We went to medieval times and ate chicken with our hands. And
kids loved it.
and then we tried to I wanted to take the kids out to a brunch place, like a nice brunch place, which seemed like you guys had a lot of nice ones, but they opted for Tim Hortons.
One of the best brunch places
Yeah,
in
of course.
all of Canada.
Now, my wife and I over the summer, we're coming back. I'm just letting you know, we're coming back. What's something we should actually do that's outside of Tim Hortons and medieval times? I know that's hard to beat, but what
Well,
can
there's
we?
a couple of great museums. I mean, there's the Royal Ontario Museum, which is wonderful. There's also a little known museum called the Bata Shoe Museum. Your wife may, I don't know if she's a shoe person, but it
She
doesn't take
wears
long.
them.
Well, there's lots of different kinds of shoes there. There's a museum of illusions.
Mm.
You can take a little island ferry to the island, and there they have, you can rent bikes and drive around. There's a little, well, it's just the two of you, so you won't be going to the playground, I'm guessing.
Yeah, she's only like a year younger than me, so yeah, no playgrounds, none of
Uh,
that.
depending what time you can see a Blue Jays game. They've gotten really good all of a sudden.
I know, man. Well, I'm a Yankees fan, so it was heartbreaking what the Blue Jays did.
Yankees. Why? Like,
Yeah.
what's the
Well, it's because you have like, douchebag dad and uncles that like the Yankees, so it just gets passed down to you, and
all right?
hey, but we have our boy Rochester's own Ernie Clement
Yes,
on the Blue Jays. So
very very popular here.
yeah, we've been very prideful of having Ernie Clement
Yeah.
playing for the Blue Jays. Um So I guess before we let you go, so you and Brad Sherwood
Oh,
at
yeah.
Kodak Center, April 11th. What can people expect if they've never obviously they've seen you on like Whose Line Is It Anyway? If they've never been to the show, what can they expect?
We say it's a live version of Whose Line without the dead weight, and you know who I'm talking about. The
Yeah,
others. So there's games that would be familiar to Whose Line fans, and there's games we've had to adapt or actually invent. And I say there will be a musical tribute to your town.
I
And only
can't
one of
wait.
us can sing, so there's a nice added layer of tension. Will this work?
Yeah, and will the retina become detached again? You know,
Apparently, once it's been attached, it will never detach again. But I do have another retina. So
like, why don't we get built that way to begin with?
I don't
Make it
know why.
undetachable.
The human body is so uh, poorly constructed.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, like, why don't we get better with age? Like
Mm.
wine, we age beautifully, then at some point someone just snaps off your head and drinks you.
Why could we could have had it all? You know.
We could have had it all. This is why I don't believe in God.
Colin, you've been like in people's lives through television for like what, 30, 40, 50,000 years now.
Jeez.
I feel like people know you personally. I feel like you must have some really strange fan encounters.
Oh, there's because we're not really playing characters, we're kind of slightly exaggerated versions of ourselves. People do tend to feel like they know you, and sometimes they go over. Like I've seen women's breasts squeezed up against store windows, which is I think back to the 17-year-old me who would have truly appreciated that, but it never happened. Um, and I've gotten to meet some really cool. Like I've gotten to meet a lot of hockey players. I was doing a charity that Don Cherry's late wife had started, and so I got to know Don Cherry and Ron McLean, and they would ask my wife and I to do the auction part of the evening, auctioning off to raise money. And around the third year, I was there with some friends. We had our table, and Ron McLean comes up to me and goes, "Hey, Bobby Orr's at our table, and he wants you to join us. He's really a big fan." And I went, "Well, I'm here with my friends." And my wife goes, "Are you an idiot? It's Bobby Orr." So I go, and I was a Bruins fan back when it was like six teams. So, and I still remember that goal he scored, the one that's immortalized. He's flying through the air, got them the first cup in years. So I sit down beside me, he goes, "Hi, Colin. I'm Bobby. I just want to say I'm a really big fan of yours." And I go, "I have a doll of you, and it's still in the box." I could not have said a creepier thing if I planned it.
Let me say though, showing nipple, like I love Whose Line Is It Anyway? Showing nipple for Whose Line Is It Anyway is a choice. It's freaking wild.
Because, I mean, nothing, all the guys are in relationships and doing fine, but we're not the kind of people you think nipples would get shown to on a
Just
regular basis.
just Ryan Styles, you know? It's
Yeah,
the
but
only one.
Women of Rochester. I mean, he's only got one retina left. Can we keep the boobs contained?
Yeah, we don't want to hurt Colin. Come here.
because I could lose another retina
Yeah.
depending on the weather.
All right, Colin. Well, thanks for the time. We look forward to seeing you at the Kodak Center on April 11th with Brad, and it's Asking for Trouble. So you can check it out. We have it at interloopblog.com. You can buy tickets there, and we're giving out you're giving away tickets too, so you can win a pair of tickets as well.
Are you bringing your wife?
Yeah, she'll show you her boobs too. Just so keep that
I
retina.
wasn't asking for that.
So okay.
But,
You can't afford
I'm
that.
open.
She loved Whose Line, so yeah. All right, Colin. We appreciate the time, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks to Colin Mochrie for talking with us and chatting about his show on April 11th at the Kodak Center. Again, interloopblog.com if you want to win a pair of those tickets. We're going to go to the Patreon side of the episode, patreon.com/interloop podcast. Just $4 a month. You get this podcast earlier. You get extra content, longer podcast, all that good stuff. All right, bye, poor people. Hey, everybody. Mark, Myra, and Shane Allen here. Welcome to the Interloop podcast. Shane, hello.
Hello, Mark Myra.
This is a podcast where we make fun of all the biggest Rochester news stories of the week and talk about everything Rochester. And Shane, we got a big show today. It's our very first famous celebrity person that's going to be on the show. Wait, that's not fair to say to Dalton Castle. Whoopsies. Dang. Whoopsies, Dalton. Sorry, buddy.
Friend of the show, Dalton Castle, catching strays. Did a live podcast with us too and everything.
Yeah, that's messed up that I did that. I'm sorry, Dalton. I guess I'm just so used to him. Did you know he had a birthday recently? I texted him.
I shot him a text too.
Well, you're his real estate agent. You gotta.
Well, I should have sent him like a postcard and a Home Depot gift card.
Shane from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Colin Mochrie going to be on the show in just a few minutes. We're going to be talking to him about his show on April 11th at the Kodak Center it's Colin Mochrie and Brad Sherwood. And it's called Asking for Trouble, and it's an improv show. And they've been to the Kodak Center a bunch of times. Like those two have been touring for I think a couple of decades now together. And we got we're going to be giving away tickets too. If you go to interloopblog.com, you can enter in to win. We have like a little thingy, enter to win, and you'll get a pair of tickets to go to the Kodak Center and seeing Colin Mochrie and Brad Sherwood.
Genuinely nervous for this one. Colin Mochrie is like an actual superhero, like comedian. Like it's insane how funny he is. And quick.
I really want to ask one question, and I probably should. And I feel so nervous because I'm with you. I'm like, that's freaking Colin Mochrie. I found him funny when I was like 10.
I found him funny from every part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've had phases with other comics, but like Whose Line and like old clips always crush.
So I really want to ask him, and I'm afraid of the answer. I really want to ask him why they all dressed like that. And I'm afraid the answer is, oh, that's because that's how I dress. And I'm so afraid of that. Like they all you're on fucking TV, buddy. And it's just like a button up.
That's definitely how they dress.
Yeah, 100%. So I don't want to insult him right off the bat, but that's the first thing I want to ask. Just why, him and Ryan Stiles and Wayne Brady. Why are you dressing like that, guys?
And Drew Carey.
Oh yeah, well, Drew Carey, yeah, sure. Remember Drew Carey, for a while with Guy Fieri for a little bit? Was dyeing the hair, and he was wild. He was a wild guy for a second.
Well, these are questions I want to ask Colin Mochrie about, but I definitely won't. I've heard the rumors of Drew Carey loving prostitutes, but I don't think that's going to come up in the interview.
Colin has a hot take on it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. And we're not gonna put any of the interview behind the Patreon's wall.
We're not gonna Democrat and chronicle it, not behind a paywall.
Wouldn't that be insane for us to be like, hey, we have this interview with Colin Mochrie. It's so nice of him to take time out of his day. Anyways, $4 a month, bitch. Get paid.
There will be ones, I hope, in the future that we're like, we can't let you hear this for free.
You know? Oh yeah.
Once we get Sebastian Maniscalco on air, that's a paywall.
So patreon.com or so interloopblog.com to win those tickets to go see Colin Mochrie and Brad Sherwood at the Kodak Center on April 11th for the Asking for Trouble tour. So you just enter in, and then we're going to be picking out a couple of winners or a winner every single week leading up to the show. And Shane, you've got a show coming up, right?
I do, but I was going to say, so April, that weekend's going to be a busy weekend of comedy for all you people, because April 9th, we have the roast battles popping
Yeah.
off at Comedy at the Carlson. Got a lineup of 16 comics. They're already getting really feisty in the group chat that I'm sure Mark muted immediately.
Yep.
These people are like the heavy hitters of Rochester. April 9th is going to be a great one. If you've never experienced a roast battle live, I highly recommend it. If you enjoyed any of the celebrity roast battles you've seen on like Comedy Central, just know that these are so much more entertaining because these people have no fear of any consequences, like to their career. You know what I mean? There's no filters from Comedy Central. And these people are straight up lunatics.
And they
So,
need they're so poor.
yes.
They need the money. Like they are cutthroat when it comes to these roast battles. It is wild.
There's only one prize. The winner is the only one like that gets this prize. Winner takes all. It is full on Hell in the Cell match. It's it's gonna be great. So April 9th, roast battles. Cover the cross.
And then there's a second day, May 7th, right?
Yes. Whole new
And
lineup
so
on that one as well. May 7th, 16 other comics. This is a bracket thing. If you like March Madness, we're doing like a bracket style roast battle. Yeah. Yeah, take us to either one of those shows. Come out, support the end of the blog, support these comics. Really good time.
and then your show.
Yeah, I've got a
Or do you not
show
want to
coming
talk
up.
about that?
I don't have the date and stuff in front of me, but
Oh,
I've
okay.
got it. You can go to my page. I posted it up there. I've got a comedy show coming up at the Tavern at Windsor Lake. It's got a buffet. It's got karaoke after the comedy. I'm doing like a half hour. It's a whole thing.
All right. Well, before we get to the Colin Mochrie interview, we're going to be talking to him about the show at the Kodak Center. I want to bring up over the weekend we had on the Monroe County Firewire, whatever it's called, the thing where it's like this is the police dispatch, but with a hint of racism. They're like we're now using the words hoodlums on this Twitter account. They said that there was a fight at altitude in Henrietta.
Oh, was there?
Hundreds of teens fighting, Shane. We've got video footage of it happening. I kudos to the people that filmed this thing. Scorsese style filming on this. Amazing.
Why is it always the trampoline parks? What is it what is it about having less gravity? I same amount of gravity. What is it about having vertical leaps that gets people more amped up to fight?
Yeah.
This is like the third fight at altitude I've heard about in the past year.
Look, I know that it's just a bunch of RIT college kids that are dead on the inside that want nothing to do with this working at that place. But I've been to altitude. There's nothing, this is full parent here. There's nothing for a 14-year-old to do at that place but fight another 14-year-old. That place is for 8-year-olds. That place is for 9-year-olds. It's trampolines and slides, you weirdos. If you see anybody over the age of 13, you should just start calling the cops because there's gonna be a rumble, baby.
Man. At the same time, it's like really impressive when you see 100 people fighting or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like that's the only business that's doing well in Rochester.
Yeah.
And it's like they create such a good product that these brawls happen and then people still keep on going back. Dang.
Yeah, but I still take my kids to altitude.
If you heard there was a 100-person fight at anything else, nobody would go. But altitude, so much fun.
Yeah.
We're like,
Great.
There is a 75% chance that a teenager will punch my toddler in the head, but
Mhm.
dang, is it fun to jump.
It's a good time. My favorite thing, the hottest take I saw, which she should honestly be part of this show. Former Judge Leticia Estacio.
Oh yeah.
She
Get her
posted
on
the
the pod.
she posted we should. I'm gonna reach out. We gotta just catch up. We should do a catching up with Leticia like every month. She's her take was like, and this is mind you, this is a woman that was a judge. Her take was, we have areas in Rochester where people can do drugs safely, like those where they'll have clean needles and somebody spotting them and all that stuff. They're like, would it be really that crazy if we had a safe spot in Rochester for those teenagers to fight each other? She was advocating for teenage fight club. And I would say altitude trampolines place is the spot to do it.
That's what we're doing.
That's honestly the spot.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're on the same page, girlfriend, and it needs to be. We've talked about this before. It needs to be content. This what the like you can have these safe spaces, right, where these kids come out, but it's not the same because it's gonna feel like, you're trying to get them to go to church. You're like, oh, here's a
Mm.
safe space for you guys to fight, but they know that there's gonna be somebody there to be like, but what if instead of fighting with our fists, we fought with our words? And then it's like turns into a slam poetry
Oh
bullshit.
yeah. No
No,
thanks.
just like light it, like literally it's some Jake Paul fucking bullshit, like YouTube, like
Hmm.
fully ready for streaming. Plug in your Instagram and just get to it. I'll sponsor it, man. Yeah, the inner loop is on that. We need to start competing with Rock On Madden. That's the only way is to and not to say that I'm qualified for it, but I did offer to help the teenagers of Rochester once on Craigslist saying, when that band came down to the Lilac Festival, you gotta have a parent or guardian with you to go if you're underage. And I said, I'll be your daddy. And I didn't, it didn't cross my mind once that this is really bad look for me. I was trying to do it out of the goodness of my heart, and everybody called me a pedophile. So, I'm just looking out for these teenagers. Yeah, let's just say altitude's the one, or let's reopen. They still got that shit in what is it? What's that abandoned amusement park? Indoor one?
There's an abandoned one
Yeah, it was attached to a movie theater. No, I'm not
around
remember what it is.
here.
Yeah,
I have no idea. Discovery Zone.
one of those ones. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So all right. Well, let's. So we're gonna have Colin Mochrie on. We're gonna go to the Patreon side of the episode after we talk with him. He's gonna be at the Kodak Center with Brad Sherwood for the Asking for Trouble tour. That's on Saturday, April 11th. Free tickets. Win free tickets at interloopblog.com, and you can enter in to win right there. All right. So here's our conversation with Colin Mochrie. All right, I'm gonna do a little taggy thing, and then we'll go into the Patreon side of the episode. All right, thanks to Colin Mochrie for talking with us and chatting about his show on April 11th at the Kodak Center. Again, interloopblog.com if you want to win a pair of those tickets. All right, we're gonna go to the Patreon side of the episode, patreon.com/interloop podcast. Just $4 a month, you get this podcast earlier. You get extra content, longer podcast, all that good stuff. All right, bye, poor people. Shane, what other stories we got out there? What's going on in Rochester?
I think it's high time we talk about Kevin Lockhart.
Oh my God, this guy is fucking crazy, dude.
So you know who he is. He's one of these characters we have on the Rochester internet that it's one of those things where I don't want to talk about him on the blog or on our social media page really because I don't want to because he just feeds off this
Mm,
shit. Like he's like like if you don't fear him, then he will go away. That's my
sure.
thing. So anybody that's like posting shit about him is just feeding into his persona. If you don't know who Kevin Lockhart is, his his account is called Awakened Enlightened or some shit. He's on all of the local like town Facebook groups, more specifically the Webster Penfield ones, East Side. And his greatest hits include I just pulled out some recent ones. He's the guy that's behind all of the pro ICE, pro Trump stuff on like the 490 bridges. He most recently was confronting Rochester City School District students because they were staging a walkout anti-ICE thing. He was recording, underage kids and putting it on his thing. He has many videos of being physically violent with women. He has been found to be impersonating federal agents in Webster. He cosplays as an ICE agent. He's one of those types of right wing
Oh,
guys. So he
okay.
got like a fake bulletproof vest or some shit that makes him look like that. And I think he's got some patches. Um, but he also
Stolen
just
valor.
turns in people that are brown to ICE, like he just calls them in. He is like a full-on red pill MAGA lunatic. His brain is definitely broken. Like
Mm.
we talk about people with bad brains. This man has a bad
He is
brain,
the worst brain.
and he is fully like unemployed. I think he might do some grub hubbing, but I don't think he can hold on a job. I have met him. I have interacted with him. He has come out to open mics that we've hosted in the past. I've had to ban him from that open mic almost
Does he
immediately.
perform?
He goes up and he does his variation of stand-up comedy, which is just this manosphere type of bullshit, you know, their idea of comedy, which is just to be racist and sexist and shitty, which is fine. If that's what you want to do. My whole thing is like, can you try to be funny with it? And if not, can you at least be not a piece of shit while you're there? And then he's like trying to fight other comics, and that's where I drew the line. Where it's like, all right, I can't have you fighting people.
I'm trying to make money off this, buddy. This is
100.
not, hey, this isn't altitude.
Yeah,
Okay?
dude.
Go to altitude.
But his newest thing, and this is the why I wanted to finally talk about this steaming pile of shit. My wife sent me this. Kevin Lockhart is starting a GoFundMe. He is asking for, I think, $6,500.
Okay.
Mark, have you seen this?
I have not. No, I'm very
Okay.
interested.
Can you take a guess of what he wants $6,500 for?
Um, can I just ask one question? Is it a
Yes.
cause or is it a personal thing?
It's both.
Damn it. I'm gonna say to get his training to become a legit ICE officer, something like that. Or is it
No,
just to get a gun?
and that is amazing that he isn't an ICE. That's if there's an ICE recruiter, get a hold of this guy. Because
This is your
another thing.
guy.
This guy was he was videotaping himself shooting a pepper ball gun off a bridge at people.
That's all I know him. That's what I mostly know him from. Where I'm just like, who's this guy filming himself shooting people? This is
Shooting at people.
crazy.
And I thought, like, I know it's just a pepper ball gun, but it's also shooting at people in public, which seems like a crime. And he's recording it. Anyways, Mark, you were wrong. He is asking for this money for financing a USA themed bat suit. He has talked to a manufacturer and they can paint the suit in Captain America colors. So he's not only a piece of shit, he's also mixing DC and Marvel,
You
which is
can't
just
mix the
like,
universes.
fuck, man. Everybody hates your guts already. Now you're gonna get the fucking nerds, I guess. What a piece of shit. He's asking for all this money. He said he's selling his personal items on eBay, which great. If you want things covered in cum, go ahead. Find a Kevin Lockhart's fucking sad virgin eBay. Here's a condom I've never used. Great. So he's going to probably get all this money because I'm sure that your boy Bob Blonsberry is on his side, and we'll boost this on his blog.
I can't confirm or deny that, Shane.
There is going to be a USA themed bat suit guy, which we already have a Batman, Rochester, the Batman guy that goes around helping like homeless people.
Oh, but he does nice things.
He's a nice guy. So we're going to have them fight each other.
Yeah.
So if he gets this money, then I'm just letting you guys know, I am starting a Kickstarter. For me, I am going to get a full-on interloop themed Optimus Prime functioning robotic suit.
What are the big costumes?
And I'm not even talking about the robot. I just want the truck one, and I'm gonna run him over. Test out that bat suit, Kevin. Jesus Christ. It just goes to show how broken this man's brain is. That this is what he's collecting money for him is that he can't think of a better thing to do than to, because this is all trying to be like viral.
Mm.
Like if he truly believed in his cause, like there would be collecting money for ICE members that have been spit at, like I don't know, something other than I read his Kickstarter and it's like the movement's never been stronger. And it's like it's just him and four of other unemployed, unfuckable dudes riding around to where high schoolers are talking about shitty ices and them just yelling at them from the street and trying to like get them to fight them.
I saw
So
that. Yeah, I saw a little
he
bit of
wants to do
that.
this in a Batman suit now.
It honestly gives him. I don't want to be on his side. It gives him slightly more legitimacy. We can't let him have this suit because then he'll be like a too legit. You know? Oh, of course. Well, that's there's Gorilla Man, Gorilla Suit Man, and now there's Captain America, Batman, racist ice guy.
Yeah. Ugh, dude, I can't I can't stand this dude, man. And I know that I've never seen anybody give more warning signs that he's about to kill people.
Oh yeah.
If there is a domestic terrorist being grown right now, it is Kevin fucking Lockhart.
Yeah. I
He
have the
is like a manifestation of 4chan.
do have the police talk to him or
I don't understand how you can record a video of you saying like capping him from the top or whatever the fuck he wrote. And you're still walking around. Like I saw him on the news the other day. Like Republicans staged a walkout of that guy that shot a cop 40 years ago and
oh yeah yeah
now
yeah.
he does speeches or whatever. And he was there for that. It's like this man was just you're upset about a guy that shot a cop 40 years ago. This guy just actively was shooting at people a week
I,
ago.
dude, well, he's a white guy. He can really get away with anything. I legitimately think here in Churchville, like Main Street Churchville, if there was, I'm gonna give us a little credit. If there was a group of 6 black people walking down our main street, 100% the cops are getting called on them. 100% cops being called on them just so this white people get away with anything. Shoot people, get the mix DC and Marvel. Like this is mixing kosher and non-kosher foods, guys. Can't do both.
Can you just like imagine that level of unemployment though? Like where you have the time to drive around and just like slurp Trump wherever you go. You got time to put signs up on a bridge. And I'm talking about both sides. Like, buddy, you're not changing any minds. Like, I'm sorry. I whatever. I'd like free Palestine too. But those dudes that I'm driving to work and I see them out there every single morning, I'm like, guys, I feel like this is not helping the cause.
Yeah. Also, yeah, just the time. I have an unemployed friend, and I can't like maybe I was unemployed in the wrong time, which was COVID, where there was nothing to do but jerk off and like buy Dogecoin on fucking Robinhood. Um, but my friend that's unemployed, they've been unemployed for a while. They're on like their third trip, like out of the state, out of the country. I don't fucking know. They're just going on trips. It's like I forgot how nice being unemployed was. Or were you stressed? I loved it.
Oh, well, no, I was never unemployed. I mean, when we got laid off, I was the good part of never getting paid real money in radio was I always had to work 4 jobs at a time. So I just called all of my other bosses like, "Hey, I'd like to pick up more work. I lost one of my jobs."
Yeah. Well, I guess I had a little bit of that. I had a bunch of freelance work.
Yeah.
But I got to cancel or not pay my mortgage for a few months. Whew,
Oh, dang.
I loved it. Cool grand in the pocket every month. All right, let's see. Next story, Shane. What else we got? I got something here. I got some. Oh, there's one that I really wanted to talk about. Oh, yes. Yes. A little outside of Rochester. Ex-teacher.
Oh my God, Mark! I knew you were gonna. I love you. I love you. We're on the same page,
Ex-teacher in Wayne County accused of hosting prostitution parties at home in Macedon.
dude.
Shane,
Where were these teachers when I was growing up?
my teachers never hosted prostitution parties. Never.
Eric Simpson, also referred to as quote Major Hands.
Hell yeah.
His home on Canandaigua Road in Macedon, he was said to be having commercial sex workers
Mm.
over at his house. So he's just having these like sex parties, right?
Yeah.
How I imagine it is how the ladies get together and have their sex toy parties. But this dude was just like, hey, let's have actual sex with I guess I don't know what the difference between commercial sex workers and regular sex workers are. These corporate?
Or I'm just like imagining, there's shipping and then there's commercial shipping. Like I'm like,
Oh,
like
they're
a trucker.
they're big.
They're big, big semi truck of a lady.
They big out in Macedon.
Yeah, this guy is. I love it's just like our little slice of Epstein Island. And this is Rochester's Epstein. This guy.
I mean, if you don't want teachers to have prostitution sex parties in their house, you got to start paying teachers more. What do you want them to do?
What
Did you see what kind of teacher he was? That was going to be my quiz for you.
I did not know.
Okay. Do you have a guess?
Health, gym.
Hmm. Tech. This has tech written all
Oh,
over
hell.
it.
Tech
Especially
teachers
with
were
the commercial sex acts. Like that's
tech
yeah.
tech teachers were always they were like all gym class teachers or gym teachers just wanted to be a coach.
Yeah.
They're just doing it for the coaching. Tech teachers were the second tier of that. They were the assistant coaches at Churchville. All the tech teachers. They weren't tech teachers were not real teachers. A lot of study halls. A lot of study halls.
I think the tech teachers in Webster were guys that were I guess couldn't hold down a job in whatever they were doing before, and were just like, yeah, I got a lot of experience working on cars, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh.
well, you're not good enough for a Jiffy Lube, but maybe you're good enough for Webster Thomas, I guess.
Is this like does this I unless he did something awful, and I hope he didn't where there was like a kid involved or something. Does this just kind of fall under none of our fucking business? Because if this was a chick, if this was like there's always those stories about like the stripper teacher, a teacher that had to make extra money, so she was like stripping on the side, or I don't know, if there was like a female teacher that was whoring it up, like she was a commercial semi truck sex worker. She was like a
Yeah.
lot lizard. I feel like we'd be more I don't know, understanding. We'd be like, well, she needed the money. She needed she's just trying to get by. Who is this guy? Who's he hurting? Just a couple of buds, fucking a semi truck, fucking an Optimus Prime.
Fucking a semi. Yeah, it just yeah. I mean, you know me, Mark. I'm fully on the we need to legalize prostitution immediately,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what it would be. You know, it just comes down to money. He just was making so much money off of it and flaunting it, and he wasn't paying
Yeah.
taxes on it or something. Or how do you get caught? It's got to be one of the Johns called it in.
Mm,
You know, somebody's got some loose lips at the old commercial sex
well,
house.
yeah. A few of those, Shade. Ooh.
Makes me wonder.
Woohoo!
It makes me wonder how much of this is happening elsewhere. Like I'm just like I'm getting FOMO about this stuff. I don't get invited to these. I guess they know that I wouldn't keep a secret, so I don't get invited to these weird sex houses. But we've worked in bars before, like we're back in the day, like doing promotions, like. And I've talked to the owners, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, the previous owners they were just running this place out as like a swingers bar at after hours." And you're like, "What does that mean?" And it's like, "Oh, people were just coming here and fucking upstairs."
What bar was this?
This was downtown.
Was it the
Um,
one that you had that event for a little bit and then you got
yeah.
mad at them and you stopped going?
Well, yeah, they were my
Yes, I remember now. I know which one you're
yeah.
talking about.
They did the event and they were also our kickball team sponsor. And
And you were like,
then they
fuck
stopped
you.
paying me to do promotions there. And then they were like, "Why aren't you coming back with your kickball team?" I'm like, well,
Go fuck yourself.
sucks to suck.
And they were. They were doing it.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. No,
I mean, we wish this guy well. Former tech teacher, prostitution guy. He is out. He pled not guilty. He's released on no conditions, and I have a feeling like his Kickstarter is gonna do a lot better than Kevin Lockhart's.
well, he lost his freaking job. That's a bummer. All right, I got one more. I don't know if do you have any more? Do you before we wrap this up? I just got one piece of bad news for Rochester.
No, go ahead.
We lost. We lost. The there was there was a competition for best flower oriented festival in the country, Shane.
Who
And
the fuck could beat us?
we came in second place. Lilac Festival came in second place, which is just goddamn insane. The let's see, we lost to um okay, it was best flower festival. I know the flower. I'm just trying to get the town.
Oh,
We
not the
lo-
Chattanooga Tulip Fest.
Daffodil Festival at Gibbs Garden in Georgia. The daffodil. Fucking daffodils.
Isn't that a weed?
I thought a daffodil is something that's like what you give your sixth grade girlfriend. If you're also in sixth grade, not like a grown adult. But daffodils are the lawn.
Those are
I,
weeds.
yeah, that's the lawn.
Mama had a baby and the head popped off. That's a daffodil, right?
Yeah.
I
And
remember
that beat the
I spent
lilac.
spent an entire recess in first grade collecting daffodils, two handfuls of them, for this girl, blonde girl in my class. Name was
Nice.
Sarah, and I was like, "These flowers reminded me of your hair." And I gave them to her, and she threw them on the ground and stomped on them. Said, "These are weeds," and that was it.
That's why the real identity of Kevin Lockhart is Shane Allen. He went full incel after that moment.
I'm actually unenlightened, a sleepy.
Yeah, so Daffodil Festival beat us. Anything else, or should we wrap it up?
Uh, I just wanted to give I guess an honorable mention to the guy in Erie County. This is outside of Monroe. Um, Chad Campbell, guy that when he was 14 murdered a 15-year-old girl and a 1-year-old boy.
You want to give
He's
a shout
released.
out?
He's been released. I mean, we're saying he served his time, and he's released. He's got an electronic bracelet on, and
Okay.
he's back out there. He said,
Yeah. All right.
he's had a lot of time to think about it, and I guess that's we're just like, yeah, get back out there, bud.
Hey, get in the workforce. How long was he in prison for?
I think it's at least I don't know. I can't see. This was in he
The
was
90s,
14 in
right?
1990,
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, so that's like 40 something years. 45 years?
something like
Seems
that.
like
Yeah.
45 years in prison. I'm the wrong person because I just feel bad for everybody. Like I feel bad for any prisoner. So hey bud, good luck.
I what kind of life can you even have now? You know what I
Um
mean?
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
now an old man, older man.
It's like he's 60, right?
It's got to be 50 something, right? I
He
don't know how
said
this math
14 in
works.
1990.
Yeah.
So that was 45 years ago. So yeah, he's like 60.
And you're out and everybody knows this about you and you're under heavy surveillance. Like what kind of job are you even getting? Tech teacher? Like
ICE officer.
what do you do?
Hey, we should send him some Colin Mochrie tickets. Hey, we heard you're back out.
And you have to get out, you and now you got to compete with AI. It's like, what do you fucking do?
Oh, I would lose my gourd with AI.
He's gonna learn all this shit now.
but he's got to catch up on everything. So he's currently, I've been checking on him. He's currently posting Harlem Shake videos, and he's
Okay,
moving his way through the trends.
good.
He's
Yeah,
gonna be saying 6'7" in a couple of months. All right.
I I I guess I'm not a capital punishment guy, but then this happened, and I'm like, fuck, maybe I am a capital punishment guy.
Yeah.
How
Give
does
him a little
anybody feel?
zap.
Like, I understand this has been a very long time, but still, that's like a very aggressive crime to do.
Mm.
Because he also admitted like he raped the girl
Yeah.
before he killed her, and he just admitted that like 10 years ago. Took him, he was like kept keeping that a little secret till
That was
10
just
years
for
ago.
him. Hmm. I
And
guess
now he's just out, and now he's got to.
he could speak at the Monroe County Legislature, something like that.
Do we put him in charge of the gang fights at altitude? Like, you want to fucking calm some shit down? That's the guy.
That's the guy. You Hannibal Lecter him. You give him a little mask, you know?
Because that's the only thing I was thinking about is when I was growing up, there was houses on our street, or there was like there's a cottage down the road from our cottage where we would be like, "Oh, that's Old Man Withers, and he killed his family," and that was made up.
Hmm.
But in this town, he's Old Man Withers.
Yeah, the made up guy, we were still throwing rocks at his house, you
Do you
know?
just do you just move him around, kind of like a deterrent for bad kids? Like if there's a school bully, do you move him in next door?
Yeah, what is it like? The Coca-Cola recipe is always flying in the air or something. It's always on a plane. That's probably not the Coca-Cola recipe, but that's something, right? Isn't there like a nuclear bomb that's always in the air at all times or something?
Yes.
The
They've taped it
control
to the
room.
bottom of one JetBlue plane.
Like you guys can't know the Coca-Cola recipe. It's constantly being refueled in mid-flight.
Maybe we should tell this guy the Coca-Cola recipe. Give him
Oh, no
something.
one will know it. No one will get it from him.
Yeah.
All right, that's a podcast.
It's a weird way to end things.
Sure. All right, thanks, Patreon people. Bye. All right.
Maybe we should take out the part where I said I was going to run Kevin Lockhart over with a truck.
How many?
Sorry.
All right, I'll take it out.
Thank you. I'm just realizing that guy is definitely going to kill me.
All right, we'll do the topical fruit.
Yep.
All right. Hey, everybody, Mark Myra and Shane Allen here. Welcome to the Topical Fruit Podcast. Shane, hello.
Topical fruit.
The Topical Fruit Podcast, we talk about all the biggest stories of the day, the dumbest stories of the day. And Shane, I had like my prep, but then I've just got some quick zingers, quick hits of things that
Yes.
just popped up real fast, like recently.
Good.
My first one is this TMZ reports that you know how like we killed the whatever in Iran, not the
Yeah.
Dalai Lama. What's it called? The
That would be
Ayatollah.
that would be fucking crazy if we killed the Dalai Lama in Iran. That would
We
be
kill-
amazing.
We killed the
Ayatollah.
Ayatollah.
Yeah.
And there's a new supreme leader now. TMZ reports Trump reportedly laughed after being told Iran's new supreme leader may be gay.
Is he
I don't-
gay now because we killed his wife and dad?
Is that what we did?
And yeah, like his kids?
Does that turn you gay?
I don't know.
So
Hasn't
that
happened to me yet.
So that happened, and also and I saw this person, Jesus, I saw this account popping up on my Facebook. There's this, I wish I could remember the name, but I can't. It's fine. There was this lady that was a military member that was getting all of these follows on Facebook and people going nuts. And at first I was like, this is just military propaganda to get people to join the military. Like, here's this attractive lady and they'll do this sometimes. They'll make a commercial and it's to like, I guess with Pete Hegseth now, we don't want to influence women to get in the military, but horny dudes galore, please, right? So they had this like hot lady talking about joining the military. But then it was taking it one step too far. Like there was a picture of her in complete like Quentin Tarantino mode where she had those big stinky feet like up on the dash and the camera was right underneath her feet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? This can't be the United States military. This cannot be. And it turns out what it was is just recently made an AI person, like a copy of a person, this sexy military lady that tricked like thousands and thousands of dudes to join her AI OnlyFans. And these people just made so much fucking money promoting this fake AI sexy lady that was supposedly the US military, and dudes are just so hoarded up they all joined her OnlyFans, and now some dude in India or Beirut is just like a millionaire now from OnlyFans.
Yeah, I saw that. I was so mad I didn't think of this. Because if there was somebody that's going to fall for AI slop, it is the people that are keeping the support up for the people in the White House that are generating their own AI slop. Like that,
Yeah.
that's what they post. And yeah, of course it's feet. I should have known. I'm just such an idiot. I can't believe I didn't do this. Well, I guess there's still room for us, Mark, to go in there and do the gay version. Because
Oh, just like a
that
hot
will clean
dude.
up even more. Because all these dudes are secretly actually very gay.
What is cleaning up in the AI world, if you want to start tricking people, it is dudes that are dressed up as police officers. This is all AI, but they're like 10 feet tall, and they see like a normal sized person and they pick them up and they cuddle them.
Mm.
Millions of views on TikTok, on Instagram, millions. So if we want to go the AI route, it's and get that demographic, it's big cops. Big
Can I just say
cops.
though, and I know this is sad for them that they're falling for this AI foot fetish lady, but she is of age, and I think that
Mm.
that's new for them
Strike one.
because
Yeah.
I just keep on seeing week after week, you know, guy that was pardoned by Trump who was at January 6th is going to prison for child pornography or sexual assault against a child. So at least this AI looks over 18, but I don't know. AI is so new.
These dudes that are getting caught doing this stuff, like any of this child pornography or this, these Epstein adjacent dudes that are finally getting caught, it
Yeah.
is like I am a father with my kids have friends that are my kids' age. And I want to let you know how little contact I have with any child that's not mine. I'm talking like my son and his friends. Like I'll take them to the like a haunted hayride. I took my son and his friends all to a haunted hayride. I probably didn't talk to his friends one time. That's not as an adult. I don't want to talk to other kids. Hardly want to be around other kids. My only job was to get them on that hayride. That's it. Get on the hayride, bring them home. That's all. That's all I'm there for.
I know this would never work, but yeah, I think if you made pedophiles have to raise a child, they wouldn't be pedophiles anymore.
Oh yeah,
Like if they had
but
to,
we
like,
can't, Shade.
I know,
That's quite the experiment. That's a real catch 22.
I know. But if they had to rate, like I'm just, well, I guess there's that Woody Allen situation. Yeah,
What
okay.
if what
Maybe
if we
I'm thinking about a bad idea.
what if we had them raise like a 5 pound bag of flour with like an egg on top of it?
Okay, yeah. High school it for yeah.
Yeah, and then they'll learn they're just fucking the bag of flour. What a mess.
Oh no, I'm celiac.
Gluten free. Anyways, thetopicalfruit.com. So you can find all these stories and you can subscribe to the podcast on any place you listen to the podcast. Shane, do you got any stories? What are we looking at? What's going on?
You don't want to circle back to we need to give pedophiles children to raise? Okay.
No, not
All right.
really.
Here's a hot new study for you, Mark, of Gen Z.
Mm.
Man, Gen Z really wants women to be subservient. That's what's coming off hot off the press. This new study of 29 countries found that almost 1/3 of Gen Z men believe that a wife should always obey her husband. A full third said a husband should have the final say over all big decisions in a marriage. And 18% of Gen Z women believe that a wife should always obey her husband. So it's not just the guys, the gals are also getting in there as well. Uh, I didn't find the breakdown of, the countries, so it could be there's other countries that are throwing off the median, but I can
Eh,
kind of see this either way. In America, I can see the Gen Zers going that way. I mean, they did vote Republican. They're falling for all this red pill, you know, propaganda shit. They're all getting more religious. So it would
yeah.
make sense that this is their, the lady's got to fall in line, which as a millennial, I will say, I haven't made a single decision in my marriage, and I couldn't recommend that more. Just give it up to her, and then you can complain about it.
What is it?
Oh,
Oh, it's called something. The ladies have caught on to us, and it's called something. It's like weaponized incompetence.
yep.
They've caught on, Shane. They have a fucking word for it now. Yeah, Shane and I have been doing weaponized incompetence for a very we've been playing that game a long time.
I remember weaponizing my incompetence at the first job I ever had at McDonald's. They were like, Shane, you should work the register. And I was like, could never figure out those buttons. Gotta keep me on the burgers. Gotta keep me on the burgers.
I'm with you. I've gone so we're getting to the age now where people our age are starting to be like in charge of things, like at work and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever been in charge of people ever at my job. Like I don't boss anybody around ever. And I think I've done this weaponized incompetence thing
Too hard?
a little too hard. Yeah, because I've never been a boss of anybody. I have not reached middle management yet, you know?
Well, to be fair, all the middle managers you've ever worked with are unemployed now. So it's probably for the
Probably
best.
yeah, yeah. Probably for the best.
Yeah.
I
You
think
need to
the
skip middle management and go straight to CEO, and that's the only hope you got.
yeah, and then just have a bunch of AI bots showing me their little toesies. um I think the problem with the Gen Zers is they're kind of they're rallying against us, like millennials, Gen Y. So who did we kind of rallied against people that grew up in the 80s, like maybe like the Reagan Republican type of people. We're sick of that. And then we kind of went like hey, everybody should have rights, and hey, the ladies they're like ladies are people too. And now Gen Z to rally against what we believe in had to be like, actually, fuck the ladies,
Hmm.
wear your burqa type of thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably our fault. Millennials get blamed for everything. It's our fault. We should
I
have been
just
bigger douchebags.
I just think of like how unrealistic it is to think, well, first of all, that you're gonna get married. You guys aren't even dating, which is crazy. You guys aren't even having sex. But yeah, let's have a woman that's subservient to you. If she's got to work, you know what I mean? Like, in what reality now are you? You're the only guy working. What are you, Mark Myra? Like
It's tough.
it's insane. I don't know how
Fucking great.
you survive.
Lot of debt, Shane. A lot of debt.
I
You
love
know?
that they zoomed in on you at the perfect time. Yeah, no, it's like single income homes for Gen Zs. It's just crazy. I mean, yeah, you guys are just gonna be renting. But yeah, I can't stress enough. Like I don't make any decisions in my home. I let my wife make all of the decisions. Every decision I've ever made, she's hated it, so I just stopped doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Give it
that.
up to God.
All right, let me see what else we got on the topical fruit. Oh, yeah. Well, we got to do this. Shane, did you watch the Oscars last night?
Oscar chat.
Yeah, do a little
I
Oscar
got some
chat.
clips I didn't watch. I was watching the World Baseball Classic.
Shane, don't you worry. Don't you worry, Buttercup. Dual screens.
Dang.
Dual screens. I had to watch the USA versus the Dominicans. The
What
USA versus Dominicans had the smaller screen.
what did what was your thoughts on Conan?
Worse than last year. Oh, but it was a much sadder Oscars. They were like going through and there's always the in memoriam, but this time they were like, what if we dwelled on it for an extra hour?
Ah,
So and I think like at least I know I don't think most people in my life, at least I can't speak for everybody, love what's going on in, like, let's say Minnesota, Iran in general. But I
sure.
think in like Hollywood, they're very bummed out about it. So I think it was just in general a subdued, like, we're sad people event. But yeah, Conan was a little bit, he was fine. He did his usual shtick of like, I'm making jokes that aren't funny, but fuck it. That's what I do, you know?
That's like that's what I was blown away with. I mean, so he I don't know if he did it the last time, like the Billy Crystal thing of you know, putting himself in all the movies.
Yeah, he really ripped off Billy Crystal there.
And then his opening, I knew he's not gonna Gervais it and go up there and just like roast people. But the jokes were very tame. Very tame and like I don't know. It felt a little odd. It did feel like it went on forever. I didn't know if he did enough bits in between. I didn't see any of the stuff he did between. I only saw the monologue. So, but I thought he nailed it last time. So I was excited. And I don't know if he was really feeling himself. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like Sinners and One Battle After Another. Those are the big winners, right?
Yeah, one battle one, best picture, best director. They really treated Timothy Chalamet like crap, and like all the dude said was that, like, what he said, ballet and the opera suck, and people are like, I would just like to say, yeah, argue against that. Yeah, they fucking suck, dude. What are you talking
And
about?
wasn't that in the
Yeah,
full context of, hey, I really want movies and movie theaters to survive? That
yeah.
was the whole context of it. And they're like, fuck this piece of shit.
They really like shit on him a lot. You know what? It reminded me a little bit. Remember, people like kind of go back to that when President Obama was doing the press. They do that party with the press. They always have like a comedian talking. I forget what it's called, the press dinner or gala or some shit. And
Yeah.
Trump was in the audience, and Obama was like making fun of Trump. That's
Yeah.
how it felt like with Timothy Chalamet. I don't know if we just like made the next Hitler.
This is his Joker moment. Yeah.
Yeah, they were really like razzing him hard throughout the entire night. It's like he's
This is how
literally
you
the
make
face of your industry.
this is how you make a Sean Penn. Like he just doesn't show up anymore. He was in fucking Ukraine.
Can you imagine hating the Oscars so much you go to an active war zone?
Like I'd rather do that.
I'm gonna go to Ukraine, see what see what's going on around there.
I didn't think Conan was that bad where I'm like, you know what? Put me in fucking Bahrain or whatever. Give me in Tel Aviv.
It was fine though. I don't know. I think I'm just it's another sign of just getting old where I'm enjoying like the movies that are winning. I'm like, finally, the Oscars got it right. It's like, well, yeah, dude. Well, back in the day, you liked House of a Thousand Corpses and that movie Teeth about a lady with a sharp teeth inside of her vagina.
Yeah,
So
Vagina Dettate.
yeah,
That wasn't an Oscar winner.
no,
So this was a record, right, for most nominees for Best Picture.
for Sinners, yeah, or no, Sinners had the most nominations ever.
No, I just mean that wasn't there 10 movies nominated for
They've
Best
been doing that
Picture?
for a few years.
Okay.
They did that
That
last
was
year.
new to me, and I was like, damn, F1 got in there? Fuck.
And Frankenstein. These are movies for people that are missing parts of their brain. These are for the lobotomized. Like, and I liked F1. I'm fine with F1. Frankenstein was. Oh wait, your wife loved it, didn't she? Frankenstein was nuts, man.
Yeah, no,
She,
I slept through that.
Here's my problem with your wife liking Frankenstein. Obviously, she's horned up for Jacob Elordi.
Yeah.
She's horned up for Jacob Elordi, but he's like not hot in it. Watch a movie
That
where
makes him
he's
more
hot.
that makes him feel more obtainable. It's like for women they're like I could never fuck Jacob Elordi, but if he was in a horrific car accident,
If he was a reanimated corpse,
maybe
it
maybe
could
he'd
be
give me
all
a shot.
mine. Yeah, it was good. So I like the movies that won. it was fine. I mean, I guess Conan was a little flat. The other thing I want to this is what I highly recommend, Shane. I'm gonna and I'm it kind of hit me over the weekend. So over the weekend, my brother-in-law invited me to go to a golf simulator with him.
Ooh,
He like rented out 3 hours. I didn't have to pay for anything. Him and my dad split, like it was me, him, and my dad, and those two split it, and I didn't pay anything for it. And I just felt
nice.
like a little baby boy being invited to go play golf with these guys. But this is no fault to him, but my brother-in-law, he's new to golf. I think this is maybe his second or third year doing it. So I'm better at golf than he is. I've been doing it since I've been golfing since I was 15. And my dad, he's just an old guy that's never golfed in his life before. But he just does it for funsies. He got some like used golf clubs and he'll come out and he'll golf with us. And he fucking sucks. Okay. He
Yeah.
sucks. And my brother in law, I'm just better than him because I've been doing it longer. But these are guys that I go golfing with. And like I'll shoot bogey, maybe. I'll shoot like one over par for the most part, but like one or two over par is my usual. And I'll go golfing with them and I'll see these motherfuckers take 16 or 17 strokes and then they'll ask me what I got and I'll be like, "Oh, I got like par 4, I got a 5." And they'll be like, "Okay, put me down for 7." It's like, "Well, probably not, bud, right?" But then we went to the simulator, Shane, which keeps track of all the strokes for you. Very interesting. So I on 9 I got like plus 11. I think it ended up being 47
Uh-huh.
on the front 9. I'm not even kidding. My dad got like a 98 on it. It was fucking crazy, dude. A
Like the program is
98.
melting down.
I don't know how he did it, but this is for real. He like so if you ever been to a golf simulator, like it's like basically like a cloth room you're in. The ball hits the screen and the sensors pick up whatever and pretend and then it goes. Uh, but like you're in a room, you're in a fucking room
Yeah.
that's soft. The ball will never bounce back at you. It's just everything's soft. It's like hitting into memory foam, right? My dad lost his ball. He shot the ball and it went like in into a crevice. He shot it so poorly. It went into a fucking crevice in the thing. So yeah, my dad shot like 90 something and my brother-in-law shot like plus 30 something. I was like, "That's right, you motherfuckers."
I was gonna say 3 hours is a long time to be renting it out, but now I'm like, oh, that's what they think it takes because that's
Yeah.
how long they're fucking playing for, part.
There,
That's great.
there was times where I was waiting. I had to sit and wait for like 10, 15 minutes till my next shot because they were just putzing along, Shane.
Yeah.
That's what I recommend. If you have somebody that's a cheater at golf, take them to a simulator. All right, Shane, what else we got out there? What's happening at the topicalfruit.com?
Here's your checkup in this week in AI with SA. Zach Braff had to come out and deny that he is dating an AI chatbot.
Oh boy.
Zach Braff is back, with the Scrubs is back out. I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm watching.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
It is good.
I love it. It's look, if you're not if you're younger than us, you're gonna be like, this sucks. But if you're us and you loved Scrubs, you're gonna love it. It's just Scrubs.
Are they sticking with the funny? Or are they going with the serious ones too?
They don't do any. I haven't heard that like ba 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 not played once. It hasn't played
Man,
once,
all
but they still
funny.
do. They still do sad stuff though. It still gets sad.
There'd be some episodes where I'm like, is the funny coming? And it's like, no.
No,
It's
just
just
death.
Turk's found a nodule. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he found a nodule.
Let's get the guy that's saying Land Down Under to sing the saddest song he's ever fucking written for a whole episode. And it's Dr. Cox and he's got a polyp.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Well,
If
anyways,
that fat fuck Brendan Fraser shows up again, I'm gonna be bawling my eyes out,
oh my
Shade.
God. Are they gonna bring him back? He's a dead guy,
Yeah,
right?
he's already dead.
He was the brother to Mean Lady.
Yes.
Um,
To
so
meet
anyways, I guess
lady.
there's a rumor going around Zach Braff was dating an AI robots, and he had to come out this week and say, I'm not dating a chatbot.
Ugh.
Said that I can't believe I have to type these words. He said it's a storyline coming up in an episode of Scrubs, so maybe it's coming from that. But I mean, not a good look for Zach Braff. That's so believable. That spread enough where he had to come out and say that. Not a good look for Zach Braff. But if you're in Garden State,
That's
sorry.
ex that's exactly what I was thinking. It's like, bud, you made Garden State. People are gonna think that you're trying to have sex with some AI bot.
Garden State, there should be an alternative ending where it turns out that, Padme was AI the whole time. And that's why
Dude,
she actually liked the Shins. No other girl likes the Shins.
it is I've rewatched that movie recently and it's good, but ooh, Natalie Portman is rough in that one. It is they basically made her like special. They kind of made her special, right? And then it's Zach Braff falling in love with her. It's like that's this is beyond quirky, you know?
Hmm.
This is like you should maybe a test like read to her type of thing.
Yeah, honestly, it'd be better if Zach Braff's dating AI than
Mhm.
woman that's clearly got mental issues. Here's another this moment in AI. ChatGPT convinced a woman to fire her human attorney. Sounds like this lady in Illinois was convinced by ChatGPT to just be like, fire your attorney. We can do it. We got this. You can do this without a lawyer, just you and me. And honestly, I feel for this woman because between YouTube and AI, I'm not even fucking kidding. I think I could do brain surgery. Between the
Mm.
two things, give me some tools and a sterile environment and a brain, and I think I can do some shit.
Well, I think it's also one of those things where I'll Google search things where I've already made my decision and I'm just looking to support my decision. Like I made the decision that I was going to I'm refinishing my basement that I was going to do the wiring myself. So I Googled and how I phrased it was, do you think I'm able to do my wiring myself? And Google was like, you could try. And I was like, good enough. So I bet you this lady already wanted to fire her attorney and she was giving pointed questions to ChatGPT.
Oh, 100%. I mean, she's like, uh, I don't know. I guess there's a lawsuit now filed by the life insurance company Nippon, which
Japan?
which claims that OpenAI's chatbot was acting as a lawyer for this woman. So they're like, it must have done a decent enough job for this life insurance company's like, oh boy, we can't. You got to have a human if you're gonna try to get money from us life insurance people.
Dude, there was a former Buffalo Bill. Did you see that he like murdered his girlfriend and then asked ChatGPT what to do? God, some of the dumbest people play football, right?
Why is it always the Bills?
Yeah, like a former Bills, and he like that's how they caught him. He went on ChatGPT, was just like, so when you murder your girlfriend, how do you get rid of the body? Or what do you do next? And then he got caught.
Good Lord.
All right, well let's
At least, hey,
finish.
hey, baby steps. Didn't kill a waiter as well.
Let's finish off the Topical Fruit podcast with a little baseball chat, Shane. World Baseball Classic results. We are currently in the sixth inning. Venezuela won, Italy two.
Dang,
We're gonna
Italy.
get those espresso sippers into the frickin' championship, baby.
I hope it ends with a shitty pitch like last night. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was you don't want to end it that way, but also you don't want to be one of those babies that bitches about it the entire time. Like I would have been fine if the Dominicans won. The United States they're so fucking boring.
Yeah, with a lineup like that, it's like, how can you be this shit? And I'm so tired of like the whole it's like, oh, it's spring training, they're all ramping up. I don't fuck they knew this was coming up. Ramp up sooner. Play some
The
fucking
Domi-
baseball. What the fuck?
the Dominicans are all Major League Baseball players also, and they're playing like their lives are on the line.
And the fact that I know that insurance is involved with this too is so fucking lame.
What do you mean?
Like there's some players that couldn't play in the tournament because they wouldn't be covered by insurance. Because the MLB has to take out insurance policies on all these people. So if they get injured, they get their salary. Because
Oh, I
MLB
see.
won't fucking pay these people. So they have to go. And there's people that were injured at the back half of the last season or they're older, and insurance is like, I'm not going to cover that guy. But there's also stipulations with the amount of pitches that people are allowed to do.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
It's like
think that's
65.
an insurance thing.
Dude, it is crazy. Then why the fuck is Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani playing? If one of them gets injured, then who
That's
took out
yeah,
insurance
that's
on
the
them?
economy of like 4 countries combined. Every time and that's all I'm really rooting for, to be honest with you, with Team USA. Is every time I'm watching Aaron Judge throwing a fucking laser beam from the outfield, I'm like, God, I hope he rips something. Like that throw was
Please,
insane.
please
96
don't.
miles an hour from the outfield. I'm like, please, for the love of God, every tendon in his arm is gone. Go,
Please don't.
please.
The one dude, I just have been introduced to him in the World Baseball Classic, is the closing pitcher for USA, Miller, something Miller.
Fucking
Is
insane.
he only throws 103 and his pants are so tight.
Well, that's why he's throwing so fast.
It's there's so much there's so much pent up aggression in his pants.
He throws it so fast that I thought there was something wrong with my TV. Like they do that alternative angle where it's like from behind the hitter.
The umps, like the ump cam.
No, it's even behind
Oh,
that.
okay.
And I'm like, what the fuck do you even possibly do? What
How
could
can it
you even possibly fucking try to do?
This is why you need robot umps, because the how could the ump know what's happening? You
This
know, how does
dude's
the ump
doing this
know?
against union plumbers from like Australia like a couple days ago. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
And that guy's what on the Padres, and they have 4 dudes exactly like him. I don't
Um
I don't even think he's their closer.
he isn't? What the fuck?
Maybe he is. I don't know. But
I
that's
feel like he's got 5 pitches in him a day. You can pitch 5 times. Get
I
out
wish I could
there.
throw a ball so hard, dude. That would be so fun. I would use it for such bad things, though. I would definitely not use it for baseball. If I could throw things 105 miles an hour, I would be using it for crime. So much crime.
Um yeah, I don't know. I hope the Italians win, and then I think I can feel okay wanting the Italians to beat the United States, because the Italians really are just the United States,
Light.
but but from Jersey, you know.
Yeah,
They're just all Americans anyways, you know. At least in the Japanese team has people from Japan.
for sure. Yeah, that has to come up every single time they talk about Team Italy. They're like, yeah, we're just hoping that we do so good that real Italian people will be excited about baseball. And it's like they don't even have that there. What baseball diamond are you seeing little
In
Italian?
Italy, they're all full of pasta. They can't even walk.
It really, I mean, yeah. Sorry, Italian kids, you're all not gonna play soccer. Do something with your arms.
Yeah, look at what the Dominicans did. The Dominicans, they literally went, we're going to tank our country's economy so hard that we're going to make the best baseball players that have ever existed. This will be your only way out, is to be good at baseball.
The fact that that country is the size of what, like West Virginia,
Mm-hmm.
and just put out a lineup that is one of like the greatest of all time really makes you wonder what the fuck is happening with West Virginia and why aren't they getting their shit together?
Yeah, I saw something ridiculous where it was like 1 out of 300,000 people in the United States become a pro baseball player.
Mhm.
And for the Dominican, it was like 1 out of 90,000. It was just like you're just gonna meet a pro baseball player at some point walking down the street in that
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
All right, that's a podcast, Shane. Check out you can subscribe to it at thetopicalfruit.com, and you can find us wherever you listen to podcasts. Right? All right. Nah,
Fuck yeah.
all right, bye everybody. So can you if you could send me or make a meeting tonight for 2 o'clock
Yep.
for tomorrow, and then I'll forward it over to the Colin Mochrie people.
Sure.
We should be good. All right, man.
All right.
See ya.
Yep.